I, 42M, own a mid-sized logistics company that I built from the ground up. 5 years ago, I hired Lena, 29F, as my executive assistant. She was sharp, organized, and honestly made my life easier in every possible way. I trusted her completely, probably more than anyone else in the company. That was my first mistake. About 6 months ago, I noticed discrepancies in our monthly financial reports. Small at first. A few $1,000s missing here and there. Nothing that would immediately set off alarms, but enough to make my stomach twist. I hired an external auditor without telling anyone. 2 weeks later, the report landed on my desk. Lena had been embezzling money. Over $430,000 over the span of 3 years. I felt sick, angry, betrayed. This was someone who knew my kids' names, who had eaten dinner at my house. I didn't confront her right away. I wanted proof airtight enough that she couldn't wiggle out of it, so I played dumb. I started quietly documenting everything: emails, transaction approvals, altered invoices. Meanwhile, Lena kept acting like nothing was wrong, smiling, joking, asking me if I wanted coffee. Eventually, I called her into my office and laid it all out. I told her I knew about the missing money and that I was going to the police. She didn't cry, she didn't panic, she laughed. Then she said, "You might want to check your name on those accounts again." That's when the floor dropped out from under me. Turns out years ago, when I was drowning in work and trusted her blindly, she had me sign several routine documents, power of attorney forms, access authorizations, things I didn't read closely because I was exhausted and she was just my assistant. She hadn't been stealing, she'd been laundering the money through me. The accounts were in my name. The paper trail pointed straight to me. If I went to the police, I'd be confessing to a crime I didn't even know I was committing. Then came the final twist. She slid a folder across my desk. Inside were emails, old ones. From me, or at least from my email account, approving every single transaction. Emails I never remembered sending. She had scheduled them to send while I was on international flights or asleep. Her plan was simple. When the numbers got too big to ignore, she would disappear and I'd take the fall. But she underestimated one thing. I had hired the auditor before confronting her, and that auditor had quietly traced the IP addresses and timestamps. The emails hadn't been sent from my devices. They'd been sent from hers. I stood up, walked to the door, and told her security was waiting. She finally panicked. Lena was arrested 2 days later, charged with fraud, identity theft, and attempted framing. Last I heard, she's looking at serious prison time. As for me, I still double-check every document I sign now, and I no longer trust anyone who says, "Don't worry, it's just routine."